right, the CDC says this year is on track to be the worst for measles in more than a decade.
So what is the deal? Why is this disease coming back, if you will? It was declared eliminated officially in 2000. So let's bring in Dr. Jen. She's here this morning to talk about it. Good morning.
Good morning, guys.
Why?
So this is, this really actually blows my mind. As a physician, I'm really amazed by this, that all of a sudden we're seeing more measles. And you're right, in the year 2000, we almost declared this completely eradicated. Remember, we have a vaccine against the measles and the mumps and rubella. It's called the MMR, or measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine. So why we're seeing excess cases of the measles, we think there are a couple of reasons why. First of all, keep in mind there's a lot of people that are not getting vaccinated. We should talk about that. And then it's possible also for people to bring these conditions from other countries.
Oh, well, let's backtrack a little bit. First of all, what is it?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Well, measles, the condition is caused by a virus, by the measles virus. And people who get the measles often will get symptoms such as high fever, they can get cough or runny nose, maybe even some congestion or eye irritation. But the biggest thing is this characteristic rash.
Yeah.
And this rash is really kind of what we think of measles. But remember, guys, it can be very serious.
I had measles growing up. Did you ever have measles?
No.
You had measles, wow.
Well, and then there were the vaccine.
Right.
I thought it had been eradicated.
Right.
So interesting. So if your kid shockingly has that rash, what do you do?
Well, the first thing you do, and first of all, let me back up and say that, yes, this can be very serious. Remember, people actually have died from the measles, and it's a very contagious condition. The first thing you want to do is, let's back up and get you vaccinated. People need to get their vaccinations. Get your kids vaccinated. Make sure that you're vaccinated. That is the first thing for prevention, and that's really one of the take-home messages here. Now,
doctor, do we stop with the vaccinations because of this scare about the preservatives and all that?
Well, so that's a great question. I mean, there's been a lot of sort of, controversy maybe, debate, question about the MMR vaccine causing bad side effects. So, for example, there's been a lot of stuff in the news about the question of the MMR vaccine causing autism. Let me tell you this right now. It does not cause autism. There have been lots of U.S. and overseas studies that have taken a long look and a hard look at the MMR vaccine, and the conclusion is that no, it doesn't cause autism. Remember, you want to get your kids vaccinated. And if you have any questions about this is really what I say. Don't go Google it. Go and talk to your doctor about the vaccine. It's really important.
That's a good thing to say, because we're all guilty of it, especially these points.
WebMD.
Oh, yeah. We just go right and self-medicate.
Right.
I'm going to just lighten it a little bit.
Okay.
You know the vaccine, MMR? That vaccine rocks.
Oh, you're so silly.
Okay. Hey, real quick update. Because you saw what happened just a few weeks ago in Belmar, New Jersey.
Yes.
This was freaking people out. People got the mumps.
Yes. Well, so mumps is kind of like a cousin of the measles. I mean, they're both spread by viruses. They're both infectious, which means you can get both conditions by being exposed to, say, a cough or a sneeze by someone who has that condition, especially if you're not vaccinated. The mumps is a little bit different in that you can get the high fever, but you also get muscle aches and pains. You might get fatigue. But with the mumps, you get this characteristic swollen glands underneath the ears. It can happen on both sides. But remember, mumps can be problematic too. It can cause inflammation of the testicles, the ovaries, even deafness, and actually can cause death in some people as well.
When I had it,
scary.
My glands were huge underneath my chin. I looked like a chipmunk.
So you had the measles, and the mumps?
I've had it all. I'm like a pin cushion. Doctor, the reason why we're showing that bar, a lot of people who went to that bar that night got the mumps. So we don't need to worry about that anymore. Anyway, why would that spread inside of one location?
Well, so remember, once again, when we oftentimes see these infectious diseases like mumps and measles, we oftentimes see them crop up in little pockets, okay? And that's really why it's important to get vaccinated. If you don't, because it can be spread by, just some saliva. If you share a glass, if you get coughed on by someone and you're not immunized. So what you can do is you can check with your doctor to see if you're properly protected. If you don't know if you've had the shots, you can get a blood test.
Okay. Hey, doctor, thanks so much. Good to see you.
Thank you.